2023. My name is William Michael Forbes. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And this is the Friday edition of Shortcuts for Your Soul. And it literally is shortcuts for your soul. You've been so conditioned by the world around you, the schools and the educational systems, the television shows, the news reports, they've all conditioned you to think and feel and believe in very specific ways that have kept you alienated from yourself. If you're wondering why there's so much anger and rage, why there are these mass shootings and confusion about identity and personality, it is because the authorities that were placed in the position to love you have done the exact opposite of what you hoped they would do. That is to teach you who you are, to bring you into alignment with your soul, your function here as a divine entity. It's you're noticing probably that there's going to be a change. Master Jesus came to me this morning. He said, that which was rent and twain shall be healed. He's saying there's a process of healing also underway on the planet today. The Ascension movement, the many tens of thousands, if not millions of light workers around the world, choosing to hold or anchor the vibrational state of love as opposed to the vibrational state of fear, are literally helping to shift the collective unconsciousness energy. And you can participate in that too. Learn to heal your mind, heal your emotions. And on that note, I want to remind everybody that you have one more day left before our 102 Masterclass Liberation begins. The 102 Masterclass Liberation is about literally that, liberating yourself from your old thoughts, the thinking mind that you've been given by the world, and the old emotions that you have trapped in your body that keep you from really knowing and experiencing who you really are. You get to hear directly from the Ascended Masters and be guided along a simple, gentle, and easy process of meditation, discussion, practice with other students that will allow you to reconnect to the fundamental awareness that you have of who you really are. And who are you? You are love. It's what you are. That's your true nature. And this world, much of it has confused you. Anyway, let's get over to questions. This is about questions and answers, but he was very clear about that this Ascension movement is well underway now. The darkness that has plagued humanity for many tens of thousands of years is about to come to a very abrupt and somewhat surprising end. They are scampering around trying to outthink God. You can't outthink God. An all-knowing mind cannot make a mistake. Remember that statement. An all-knowing mind cannot make a mistake, which means to say no matter what we might think, feel, or believe in our minds, there is a consciousness, an awareness far greater than our own that is a broader grasp of consciousness, time, space, and matter than we do, than all of our scientists do put together. And this all-knowing intelligence cannot be outsmarted by any man or woman upon this planet. But we can certainly get into alignment with it. You can get into alignment with its love. You can become an embodiment of the divine. Or you can stay in the alignment of fear, guilt, shame, anger that's being perpetuated and trained into your minds from a very young age. Many of you have been trained to believe you're less than who you are. But that's coming to a close. He's very clear about that. Oh, good morning, Harry. Hare Krishna. Yes, Hare Krishna to you too. Shalom, all the good stuff, right? So somebody's asking on TikTok, can anger become love or expressed without hate? Wow, that is a beautiful question. And I'm excited you asked it because, yes, absolutely. Anger, all emotion, it is so important you understand this. Emotion is your energy in motion. And your energy in motion can only express in one of two ways, positively or negatively. Now, the beautiful thing about emotion and the fact that it's energy is that energy cannot be created or destroyed, but it can be changed from one state into another. And we have seen that happen hundreds and hundreds of times in our masterclass where people engage negative emotions inside themselves from a perspective of love. And you literally can experience deep pain, sadness, anger, rage, guilt. You can transform those emotions inside yourself if you're given the right understanding of how to approach those emotions. I want to tell you this right now. If you're feeling angry right now, if you're feeling ashamed, you're feeling guilty, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling anxious right now, pause, because you're the one that's aware of those emotions, right? And you, as the awareness, can begin to affect a change in those energies by the way you interact with your depression, by the way you interact with your anxiety, by the way you interact with your anger. How you choose to interact them will determine whether or not they're going to get stronger or that you're going to transform them from one state into another. We go into great detail on that in this upcoming masterclass. If you can get out to it, I encourage you, please get out to this masterclass. It's go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com, and register today. The orientation for the class begins tomorrow. But if you're there listening and you've got those emotions right now, close your eyes and turn your attention to the anger, to the fear, to the guilt, to the shame, whatever that negative emotion is you want to deal with. If it's anger, then look at the anger. Feel where it is. It lives in your body. It's been stored in your body. So turn your attention to the anger. As you bring your attention to the anger, just think this thought to the anger. I'm willing to love you, even if I do not understand you. Just make that statement to your anger, to your fear, to your guilt, your shame, your anxiety. Just turn, I'm willing to love you, even if I do not understand you. And be very aware that when you do that, how that emotion that you're directing that thought to shifts or changes. And without exception, 99% of the time, people experience a slight change. Usually the emotion begins to release or let go or liberate, or they feel an expansion. They feel a feeling of ease begin to come into their consciousness. That's because you are interacting with that energy and you're applying a different quality of energy, because the thoughts that you think are qualities of energy. They create qualities of emotion. And the thought, I'm willing to love you, is a specific energy. So when you direct that thought form to your negative emotion, I'm willing to love you, even if I do not understand you. Those two statements are very powerful. The first one is an extension of love. The second one is an extension of love and truth, because you're telling that emotion the truth. I don't understand why I'm feeling this way, but I'm willing to love you anyway. And that emotion in and of itself will go through a spontaneous change. Please, if you're hearing us, do this, please. Right now, just pause, go to your emotion, no matter how negative or painful it feels. It lives in your body. Find out where it lives in your body, and then simply give it those thoughts. I'm willing to love you, even if I do not understand you. And just be aware of how it changes. Whatever change you experience will give you evidence that something within you, by your own consciousness, can be affected into a change. And once you gain the awareness that you can alter and change your own emotional energy, which you can, don't ever believe anybody who tells you that I can't control my feelings. That's bullshit. Anyone can learn to change their emotional energy from one state to another. Anybody can learn to do this. Master Jesus talks about it as learning to still the waters. When your mind is tumultuous in a storm of anger or angst, or it's a tempest in your mind, and you can turn to the tempest and say, be still, I'm willing to love you. That's what that statement does. I'm willing to love you, even if I do not understand you. That statement directed to the confusion in your mind will begin to bring order. Love brings order to your mind. Fear brings chaos to your mind. And much of what you're being told to listen to and pay attention to in the world, most of it, not all of it, most of it is designed to keep you in fear, which keeps you in confusion, uncertainty, and powerlessness. Our goal here is to assist in this process of ascension, to move you from a state of fear into a state of love and grace. Fear encompasses all negative emotions: anger, guilt, shame, depression, anxiety. Fear is a broad spectrum, just like love is a broad spectrum of emotion, from gentleness to kindness to playfulness, patience, compassion, curiosity, excitement. These emotions, fear or love, have a broad range and spectrum of each other. Thank you for that beautiful bullseye heart. I love that. That's the first time I got a bullseye heart. I feel it right here. So yeah, it's Q&A day, guys. And yet you have to understand that what comes through me, I allow to come through me. I'm a vehicle, just like you are a vehicle for either love or fear. You're a vehicle for the environment to control you. You're a vehicle for the divine that you are to control you. Every one of you. No matter how lowly or bad you might feel or think about yourself, you are not lost. You are by nature a function of love. You came here to function as love. Good morning, everybody. Hi. Hello, Moran. Got a question from Moran on YouTube. My lower back really sore lately, really burns. What is the reason, and is there anything I can do about it? Thank you very much. Well, you can stop worrying about money for starters, and yeah, stop worrying about money and the conditions that are going on around you. Yes. So you've got a lot of things going around you that are keeping you anxious about what's going to happen next. You need to release your fear, and the way to release your fear, and it will release it from your body, is bring your attention to the place in your body where that burning and discomfort is the most intense, where it's the most uncomfortable. Bring your awareness there. Now, remember, your body's giving you information. Listen to this. Your body can only communicate to you on the level it's at. So if it's something's going on that you're not aware of, your body's going to register that information as a sensation and communicate it to your awareness. So move your awareness to that place in the back where that discomfort, that pain, that burning sensation is the most intense, and bring yourself there and use the statement that we just gave you. I'm willing to love you even if I do not understand you. But don't just think the words or say the words, think them and say them in a tone of voice that sounds sincere, like you really, really mean them. And just a few times, Moran, just repeat that to that place where it's the most intense. I'm willing to love you even if I do not understand you. And just slowly, gently, but sincerely repeat that statement to that intense sensation in the body. And observe what shifts or changes, because whenever you impart an energy onto your body in the form of a thought or an idea, that thought or idea has an emotional charge to it. That emotional charge induces a change in the consciousness at the cellular level, much the same way as listening to a really good song will make your body swing or sway, right? Well, you have the same power and authority over your own body to alter and change it with a function of your will in a very specific and particular way as an extension of love, such as this one. Please, Moran, let us know what shifts or changes for you. Please let us know what shifts or changes with you so that other people can experience that. Let's get this over here. Oh, I'm just trying to get this over. Now, for anybody who's asked about the courses and classes, I know a lot of you, classes, courses, readings. If you want to have a reading with me, a private reading, go to my website. It's williammichaelforbes.com or torontomedium.com. And you can go there and book a reading. And you can also sign up for the 102 Masterclass. Please do not deprive yourself of this upcoming Masterclass. The Ascended Masters, Buddha, Jesus, Archangel Raphael, many of these beings come and give very specific lessons to us throughout the weeks of the next 3 weeks. And that's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Our Ascended Masters come through and talk. Do not deprive yourself of your love. Do not stay in your suffering. Suffering is unnecessary. You did not come here to suffer. You look at a baby when they first come out of the mother, and that baby is so peaceful because they are in a state of love and grace. There's no confusion, no upset. That's your natural state. And you can learn to return your mind and body to that state of being. You can't return to that size and shape of being a little baby, but you can return your mind and your body to a state of peace where you as a soul can begin to consider, what are you fundamentally here to create for, right? But yeah, please, Moran, let us know what shifts or changes for you. Wow, really cool. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm glad to do this. I want to tell you a little story. For some of you might not have heard. So 43 years ago, I was going to jump off a bridge here in Toronto. It's called the Bloor Viaduct, and I climbed up on the ledge of the bridge, and I was about to jump. And a voice spoke to me as I put my foot out in the air to fall over. A voice spoke and said, "Stop. Get down off the bridge. Go to the payphone on the corner. Call this phone number and ask for this man." And I'm sure glad I listened to that voice. That was my guardian angel, John. And I went and I made that phone call, and that phone call changed my life. And the man that I called and helped me that day, when I told him about the voice speaking to me, he thought I was crazy. He said, "You're going to leave that one alone." And I put it aside. But many years later, especially the last 4.5 years, I realized, since then I've been naturally wanting to help other people. And that's what I dedicate the rest of this lifetime to, is bringing people back to the state of love and grace that is your natural way of being. You did not come into this planet to suffer or have your head filled with fear and doubt. You came here to learn to be a divine creator. And to that end, it's my privilege and honor to be able to be a vehicle for the Ascended Masters and other multidimensional beings that are here to offer us the guidance, the wisdom, and the information and knowledge that will let you get free of the mind that the world has given you to believe that you're supposed to be. Personality that for some of you can be really beautiful. Some of you have really beautiful personalities, were raised in wonderful environments, given much love. But there are also many that were not given that opportunity. And to you, this work is directed, that you may restore yourself to love, surrender your suffering, and return back to the true nature of your consciousness, which is to create. Yes. So somebody's asking, Aliyah is asking on TikTok, how do I attract better opportunities for myself? I keep ending up stuck in similar environments. Aliyah, that's a great question. That's because you're still got the same underlying emotional energy. People do not understand, and you need to understand. The simple course of action for you is, if you were in the life that you wanted to be in, how would you be feeling? If you could imagine any life for yourself, this isn't about manifesting it right away, but it's about getting into the energy of what you want. So the question I have for you, Aliyah, is this. If you were living your ideal life right now, how would you be feeling? And if you need to, create that. Oh, I'd have millions of dollars. I'd have beautiful cars. I'd have a beautiful home. Whatever you need to imagine to generate the energy, because it's not about what the pictures of the money it's not about that. It's about the experience of energy that you want. And if you want to experience more love, then you got to generate that energy. You want to experience more prosperity, you got to generate that energy. You want to experience more healthy relationships, you got to generate that energy. And everything is about the emotional energy. Energy is the substance that alters and changes all conditions in this dimension of time, space, and matter. And you are a director of that energy. Every one of us is a director of that energy if we learn that process of being able to do that. But yeah, the underlying emotion that's keeping you trapped in these things that keep happening again, ending up right back where you started, it's not because there's anything wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with any of you. You simply do not understand the function nor the practice of creation. And our goal is very simple, to restore you to the understanding and knowledge that you are a function of creation. If you are able to recognize the underlying emotions that are connected to this repeating events, in your case, it's the underlying emotion of anxiety and fear that you're not going to get what you want or create what you need in this lifetime. So that has to be released from your system. You can transform that emotion, as we formerly said. You can approach those negative emotions and say, I'm willing to love you, even if I do not understand you. You can approach negative emotions with that vibrational energy of, I'm willing to love you, even if I do not understand you. When you begin to change the underlying emotion, then you can also start to create a new emotion of, if I'm already in what I love, how am I feeling? And now you have changed the old emotion. You begin to generate or create a vibrational energy that represents the new state of life that you wish to experience. And again, once you start to access the emotional energy connected to the outcome, it will begin to manifest, provided you can stay the course in keeping your attention focused on the new emotion, while simultaneously, anytime the old emotions come up, you turn to them and you say, I'm willing to love you. Even if I don't understand you, you're learning to transform old emotions. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to go into a lot of detail, but in the 102 Masterclass, you will learn all of this and how to literally learn to run your mind yourself instead of being dependent on television, radio, and news, and friends, and everything out there to tell you what to think in order to be happy. Because listen, if the world around you was going to make you happy, you'd be happy by now. It's the world within you. The kingdom of God is within you. The world within you that will free you, not the world around you. You must learn to understand who you are as a creative intelligence. Great question, Aliyah. I really like that. Somebody said, I never would have found you if it weren't for TikTok. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your wisdom and knowledge. That's really nice. Thank you. Yes, it is all about emotional energy. Thank you, Harry. Appreciate that. By the way, if you want to support this channel and if you want to help me get this message out further, remember to like, subscribe to the channel, like on TikTok, give the videos a thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, go to my YouTube channel, subscribe there. Those of you that are on YouTube, you know you can support the channel by using the super chat. You can also support the channel by going to my Patreon page and become a member of my Patreon page, patreon.com/William Michael Forbes. But this is my love here. So let the information of the masters come through. Will the American dollar? Yes. Are they going to be a new monetary system? Yes. But yes. Okay. So somebody else is Master Saint Germain is coming and saying this is not completely written in stone. You must understand your function and your capacity to alter energy is unlimited. But you must understand the scope and breadth of your ability to change time, space, and matter through your use of energy. Your capacity to alter and change conditions of time, space, and matter is wholly dependent upon your ability to work with specific manifestations of energy so as to induce changes into the functions of time and space. You can induce changes into the function of time and space through your use of emotional energy. Thank you. Appreciate that. Oh, thank you so much. You have a wonderful day too. You're welcome. Doran999 is asking for advice. I'm being told to tell you right now, you have to change the way you're eating. Number one, change the way you're eating. This is a big message that's been coming out. They've delivered this one to me intensely for 4 years. You know, I've given up caffeine and alcohol. And now I'm rebuilding the body, which is really important. Changing what I eat. These are very important. You must spiritualize your temple by putting in the right food, the right water, getting the right exercise. But for you, you need to change the way you're eating right now. That's your first step. Start changing the way you're eating. You need to find what's in alignment with your biology, right? And it's different for different people on this planet. There's no one size fits all. Just like your body that you're in right now, our bodies are animal bodies. Everyone's body is an animal body, like a dog or a cat. That's what your body is. It's not who you are, but it's what you use while you're in this world of creation. And as such, you need to learn how to run it and operate it effectively. It's not designed to rule you. It's designed to serve you. That's what your body's designed to do. But yeah, you want to really learn how to manage that. Does my guardian angel have anything to say to me? Who's this from? That's a good question. Sorry, I'm just trying to, the screen's seizing up here, so just give me a moment. Oh, there it is. User 7,1500. That's a nice number. Does my guardian angel have a message for me? The first words that came to me is, she's not worth it at this time. Again, I'm not attached to what this means or what it's connected to. I just allow information to flow through from a higher frequency of energy than the one we have at the physical dimension. So whatever that means, you please share that thought with us. Question from Vio on YouTube. Do I have a problem with so-called oxalate dumping? Yes, you actually do. Wow. Yes, you actually do. You need to, yes. They're telling me that, Raphael's telling me you need to activate your lymphatic system most rigorously. You need to activate your lymphatic system rigorously. Like you need some real physical activity to activate your lymphatic system. Yes, to purge that buildup there. Those crystalline particles are blockages in your system, which is why you've got the feedback of discomfort in your body. You must rigorously activate your lymphatic system. Wow. Good question, Bill. Thank you so much. Hi, guys. Yes. I love that. Oh, you're very welcome. Who are you? Yes, you received that. Your questions will be answered. They're always answered. Look at your guide. You have guides and angels. You are not alone. No matter what your emotional state might be, no matter what environment you're in, you are not alone. If you can begin to shift your energy from fear towards love, your circumstances will begin to change. The challenge that many people face is you're being constantly bombarded by fear and anger and rage on the TV shows. That's pretty much on TV is fear and guilt and shame and anger, and you can't trust anybody. Just turn your TVs off. Stop watching the news. Start focusing on being your best self. Take care of your body. Eat properly. These are the messages that they keep giving to us, right? When will she stop sending me negative energies towards me and my ex-husband? Oh, this is a great question. When will this person, so just so everybody understands, somebody's sending you negative energy. The only way that negative energy can affect you is if you've got it in you. It has to be a point of connection inside you that's related to them. But what you can do, this is a really simple activity that you can apply to get that person to release from your system, is you visualize them in your mind. And you think this thought to them: I release you with love and grace, and visualize them walking away from you. But it's very important. It's not about get away from me. It must be done with love and grace. You can't say get away from me, because you're actually adding to what you don't want, right? And they keep telling me this. It's important to release things that do not serve you, the people that do not serve you, with love and grace. That's the first step. And then you'll experience a change. Once you experience a change, you'll have the evidence to know that you manifested the change in that condition. But 3 or 4 times a day, anytime you think of them, at least 3 or 4 times a day, and anytime you think of them, just visualize them and say, I release you from my life with love and grace. And really be sincere in the way you think or speak those words. I release you with love and grace. Because the energy, remember, your body and your mind cannot tell the difference between fantasy and reality. It doesn't have that capacity. You do. But you are also able to create reality. So you want to use a tone of sincerity, because your body will react to that as if it's real, because your body can't determine whether the mind is real or the outside world is real. It perceives both your mind and the environment as external to itself, which is why a lot of people don't understand that. When you come to understand it, you get free from a lot of confusion, unnecessary confusion at that. But yeah, use that process. You'll find a quick and easy way. Everything that you guys are hearing that comes out of this body has been gifted to me by my guardian angels: Archangel Michael, Master Jesus, Buddha, Hermes Trismegistus, the Divine Collective, the Ascended. Many different groups and collectives work with and through me, and they work with and through many others who are open and receptive to receiving their guidance. You are not alone in consciousness. You may perceive yourself to be alone in your body, but you are not alone in consciousness, and you're not even alone in your body. Once you change your energy, you'll start attracting all the right people into your life. But a lot of people don't know that. They don't believe or think they can change how they feel inside. That's bullshit. Please don't believe that crap. You can change any emotion inside yourself with enough practice. You can alter and change emotion. Emotion is just energy emotion. It can't be created, cannot be destroyed, can only be changed from one state into another. You know, a wonderful man that's done a lot of great work in that area about changing states is Tony Robbins. If anybody's ever heard of him, he's done wonderful work in teaching people how to change their emotional energy, changing states. Very important thing. The underlying truth to that is that it's the energy, it's the emotion that's being changed that affects the outcomes in your life to be different than what they are. That's the key. Hello, new here. What message from God for me? David 24. Oh, wow. The words that he's giving me to give to you, David, is to be faithful to my covenant of love. Be faithful to my covenant of love. Yes. Another way that I can put that for you is that you were born in love. No one was ever born in sin. Please understand that. You were born in love, but you were given the belief that you were born in sin. It's important you understand that distinction, but please hear what he said. The covenant of love. Honor the covenant of love that you have with him, that we all have with him. You know, this whole statement that you are love, this whole thing here is very important you understand. That you are love. Each and every one of you is a function of love, but you've been conditioned, your mind has been filled with so much nonsense from the world to be afraid, to not trust. You have to get rid of all that stuff. Most of what the world has given you has taken you away from God. Most of what the world has given you has taken you away from Master Jesus and the other ascended masters, your guardian angels. Fear will pull you into lower vibrational energies and connect you to lower vibrational experiences. You came here as a function of love. You did not come here as sin. You came here as love, to learn to create in union and harmony with the divine, or God, if you want to use that term, or Great Spirit, whatever term you want to give to this incredible consciousness that beats your heart right now, right? You're not beating the heart. The heart that's beating in your body is not beat by you. And there's no scientist that knows the origins of where the heartbeat is from. They think it's a stimulation that happens in the brain. But scientifically, there's no such thing as a cause without an effect, or an effect without a cause. So what causes that signal in the brain? Where did that originate from? Science doesn't have the instrumentation to measure that plane of consciousness that exists. Anyway, it's beautiful. So thank you for that question, David. Really appreciate it. Covenant of love. Not many people ask God questions like that. Not a lot of people ask him questions. They don't talk to Master Jesus or Archangel Michael or Raphael. But you can ask God questions too, and he'll answer. So someone, Vanessa is asking, is the surgery a wise choice? I'm being told to tell you, and this is a female. She's wearing a white flowing black gown. She got very almost like albino face and eyes, like pink eyes, and she's saying, if you have exhausted your ability to love, then this may be your only course of action. But if you understand the function of your love in this regard, then you may restore yourself through love. Love is your restorer. It is your healer. Have faith in love, not in fear. Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate this being so beautiful. Yeah, I understand. She says to place your hands with love and respect over the place in your body where the surgery is supposed to occur. Move your awareness there and let your love fill that void. That's what they're telling me, to fill the void. Let your love fill the void, yes. And become very cognizant of how that aspect of your being responds to your love. So many of you have been encaptured by fear. You have forgotten your function of love, and you think that fear is all that you have. That is not true. That is not true. But please understand, me personally, I'm a spiritual medium. I'm not a medical professional. I am a Reiki master practitioner and healer, but I am not a medical professional. So, consult your health professional. Although I question what a health professional is these days, because a health professional would teach you how to heal. They would not teach you how to harm your body. They would show you the function of how you, in your own consciousness, can heal your body. Many of the professional health practitioners in the conventional system of medicine came into this world to be the healers of this world. And unfortunately, they've all become corrupted by wealth and their own comfort and their own selfishness, and have forgotten the power that they wield in terms of their ability to give you ideas that can heal you or harm you, because ideas will harm and heal you. Anyway, I send you much blessing and much healing. I ask Master Jesus to do the same thing, to be present with you, offer you a healing at this time. Thank you so much. Thank you. Someone said, I saw a form of light at my bedside. Was this an angel, guide, or husband in spirit? I'm being told not to tell you the answer, but to offer you the way to discover the answer. If you close your eyes and go back to the moment you recall that light, feel in here who it is. And they're saying very specifically to feel in here who it is. You'll know, and you did know at the moment. They said you did know at the moment, but you, I think, have trouble trusting these other senses. In this ascension movement right now, with all the energy coming to the planet, there's a process of upgrading or downgrading going on for human consciousness. If you are more aligned to fear, your energy of fear is going to get amplified by these incoming planetary energies. If your energy is aligned to love, then your love is going to be amplified. And right now, we are part of an ever-growing community, which our function is to reestablish love as the dominant unconscious function in human collective unconsciousness. Right now, human collective unconsciousness is leaning more towards fear than love, which is why you see so much greed and so much anger and so much shootings and so much violence and crime, because humanity has been led towards, well, I'll use the term evil, led towards fear. Fear and evil are the same thing. And we need to return to love. You need to learn to return yourself to who you really are, which is what you are. You are love. Remember that statement, please. Moran says, thank you very much. Be curious to know what happens with that, Moran. You can do that more than once or twice. Question from Sunny on YouTube. Would love a message about what's happening in my life right now. I'm being told, there's a song coming into my head. You've got sunshine on a cloudy day. You've got sunshine on a cloudy day. Yes. Yes. So, yes, the sunshine on a cloud. So what are you saying? Okay. So you have to understand that you need, no matter what's going on around you, you need to stay in alignment with love, with joy. I'm being told to tell you not to engage the little ones. What do you mean by that? Those who are in the little mind, the mind of selfishness. Do not listen to them. Usually, when I hear them say little ones, they usually mean children. But no, I mean the little ones are people. In this context, for you, Sonny, the little ones are the ones that are living in fear and want to try and keep you in that energy. Avoid them. Stay away from them. Don't get caught up in their limiting beliefs about what's going on with you. Right? Great question. Oh, you're welcome, Francis. Really appreciate it. Again, if you want to support the channel, if you want your question to get answered on YouTube, you can use the super chat feature there. Question from Jacqueline. Hi, Jacqueline. I had an experience the other night at my crown chakra. Could you explain what it was? Yes. So Archangel Gabriel has been trying to open you to your he's saying the lightness, to open up, to let the light in, to let the lightness in. Yes. So there's a lot of people experiencing flashes of light and symptoms. It's really important to understand that you're on a spiritual evolution right now. All of humanity is. And there's only one of two ways you can go. You can go up towards love or down towards fear. Each will have its own results in your life. But yeah, he's saying that it's really important you understand that the light needs to be allowed in, to let the light in, to embody the light. Wow. Thank you, Jacqueline. That's really cool. So someone's asking on YouTube, my name is Sandy. What will happen in my life now? Thank you. I'm being told, Sandy, to tell you not to not get caught up in the mourning. Do not get caught up in the sadness. For you must understand, yes, you must understand that what you call death is not the end, but a change. It will become easier for you if you remember the nature of love, the nature of love within you, how you can use it. Look into your eyes. Look into your eyes in the mirror and speak those words that you see upon the shirt of this one. I am love. Look into the eyes in the mirror and remember who you are. Speak those words. I'm being told that you'll get quite a pleasant surprise when you do that, Sandy. None of you came here to suffer. You came here to create. You came here to learn the function of creation, right? So what we're all here for. Thank you so much for that. Someone's saying, I want to know about Brianna and our future together as a relationship. Don, I'm being told to tell you, you need to discuss that with her. They don't normally do matchmaking services, but it's really important you have that conversation. The vision must be common. The vision must be common. It is your unique differences that will make that vision possible. But the vision must be common. Do not defer the responsibility of communication to the other. You must learn also to listen to this one. You can be elevated quite high with the love of a beautiful partner. You can be elevated quite high with the love of a beautiful partner. Whether it's male or female, you can be elevated very high with a beautiful partner. I know that firsthand. Someone saying that message makes total sense to me. Oh, you're welcome. God bless you too. Someone saying, Beth is saying, excuse me. Well, Beth, I don't know if I should be reading that question. Yeah. Okay. So Beth is making a statement. I had a dream where an angel was teaching me to fly. The key tool in doing that was feeling love. And isn't that the truth? Once you understand that your function of love transcends anything else. Yes, I will. I will. Yeah. So somebody's asking who on TikTok, who are you? Hi, Michael. How do you know when your archangel is protecting you and guiding you? Because really wonderful things happen. I throughout my life, I've been guided, and I was oblivious to it. I was thick in the head. But you can call on Archangel Michael right now. You can ask them to be present with you, and then watch what starts to happen with you. Say, I'm open to being guided. Let them know you're open to being guided through love. It's so important that you're open to being guided through love, because a lot of people are being misled by fear. But make sure you do that, Michael. Make the choice. Connect your guardian angels. Now, Archangel Michael likes you a lot, so connect and ask to be guided. There is a difference in the energy when you're present with your archangels or our guardian angels or ascended masters. There's a different energy you can feel. For me, if I'm Master Jesus is working closely with me, I get intense heat coming through my body, and I get different sensations with different beings that want to work with me or different collectives. The energy changes. Sometimes there's even changes and alterations in the tone of my voice. Sometimes there's changes in the physiology or the expressions on the face. It's unique and distinct for each individual that uses the vehicle, right? And you know, there's a lot of religious philosophy that teaches you to fear the invisible world, that there are demons and stuff to deal with. And the truth is, there are demons and stuff to deal with, but you only have to deal with the demons if you're aligned to feelings and vibrations of fear, anxiety, guilt, shame. You're not taking care of your body properly. You're not thinking properly. You're keeping your vibration low. You'll connect to low vibrational beings. And in all of our master classes, we have a beautiful soul named Chico, and he runs our food program, and he gives people a way to shift their energy by eating high vibrational foods. And when you learn that and change the vibration of your body, it also allows you to bring in better energy. Oh, I love that beautiful bird. Thank you so much for that. So important that you understand your function of love. It's so, so important. You did not come here to suffer. Hi, I get results back from my job interview. Please tell me it's okay. I want to tell you this. Can you feel it is okay? Can you take a deep breath right now? Like, take a deep breath. Fill your lungs with that breath. Relax your body, because you got fear. That's why you're asking the question. They're telling me you're asking this question because you have fear that you might not get it. So we want you to take a deep breath and let the body relax and release the fear. And make the statement in your mind, it's all okay. Just that thought. Don't worry about whether it's related to the job, but just get into that energy of it's all okay. Doesn't have to be related to anything, but just get into the energy of that thought form. It's all okay. Get into that energy, and some pretty cool things are going to start to happen in your life, right? Because it's all about the energies. Thoughts generate electrical charge that forms an emotional state that affects your nervous system. Change the thought, you change the electrical flow through the body, and it changes what your body can do. I got to say, I'm really blessed because this knowledge and this wisdom and information has been coming through me is a blessing. It's a gift, and every one of you can have access to that knowledge and information if you learn to open your consciousness up to the vibration of love, and then other wisdom and knowledge comes available to you. But so many of you are watching TV shows that are, war and death and scary things, and you're filling your minds with fear. And that's what the dark energies on the planet want you to do. If you want to call it Satan or the devil or whatever you want to call it, it depends upon your willingness to be indulging in fear, in anger, in rage, in sacrifice. What do you think the whole medical procedure of removing children before they're born is? It's a form of sacrifice. Master Jesus talks about this function of sacrifice, that the only sacrifice is to surrender your suffering through love, through the function of love, to surrender your suffering. That's what you need to sacrifice. You need to sacrifice your fear. You need to sacrifice your guilt, your anger. You need to give those things up, and give all the things up that cause you to feel guilty or fearful or angry. Give them up. Give them up. Nice to meet you too, Sue. So Joanne is saying, my mom passed away a year ago. Do you know if she has any message for me? I don't know why she's saying this, but she's coming in and she's laughing. She's saying, and she's saying it in the voice of Tiny Tim. I don't know if you ever heard of Tiny Tim. It's going back quite a ways in human time. But tiptoe through the tulips. Yeah. What does that mean? Go through the beauty of life. She wants you to notice and pay attention to the beauty in your life. Yes. This will complete. This will complete the fulfillment. And I don't know what she means by those words, but she's saying this will complete the fulfillment. Tiptoe through the tulips. That means to go through life very gently and lovingly. That's am I fair in interpreting it that way? She says yes, that is fair. Go gently and lovingly through your life. I don't know if she knows that song or you know that song, but that's funny. We had somebody come on last week who asked about their father, and he came in screaming the song, Johnny Cash song. I don't remember what the song is, but I hear the train a coming was the words, right? And she was saying that was the way her song, her father's favorite song, and he used to be very loud around the house all the time. Remember, when somebody leaves their body, they don't cease to exist. They cease to be present in the physical dimension, but they don't cease to exist. This is so important to understand this, because you can learn to feel the presence of their energy. And I cannot tell you how many times my father comes around, right? Or my grandfather comes around, or my grandmother comes around, where I just feel the presence of them. I'm suddenly thinking about, when you find yourself suddenly thinking about somebody who's left this physical dimension, that's a moment where they're trying to interconnect with you energetically. Close your eyes, relax, feel the presence of their energy around you, right? Get refamiliarized. Science does not have the technology to measure these energies yet. It does not have the capacity to measure those. Someone's asking, and I'm sending you much love, by the way. How can I help my partner heal and beat his addiction? You must understand that the choice to heal must be his first. Your intention and desire of love can loan itself to his alterations, but he himself must first choose love. The emotions that underlie his function of addiction are what need to be addressed. It's not the addiction, it is the emotion underlying the function of that behavior. All human behavior requires a function of emotional quality in order for it to be executed. The ultimate purpose of any form of addiction is to experience one's innate value as love. He has forgotten who he is. He has forgotten that he is love. If you wish to serve him, then remind him of his true nature, that the addiction will never satisfy nor help him realize. But if he can close his mind away from the world, draw his attention inward, and reconnect to the truth of his existence, the truth of what he is, what each and every one of you is, love. Guide him in this direction to remember that he is love, that his addiction is a poor substitute for who he is. But again, I would encourage, there's lots of wonderful organizations out there, but I went through addiction. I was a methamphetamine addict for 5 years. I was an alcoholic for quite a few years. And I went through a lot of suffering. And ultimately, for me, I went through a lot of suffering, but I got to a place where I was able to liberate myself from that by restoring myself to love. Right? You have to make that choice. He has to make that choice. But I send much love to him. I asked Archangel Raphael to offer him an awakening. I'm asking Archangel Raphael to offer him an awakening. Right? Addiction is very ugly, but can in the long run, when he comes out the other side, if he chooses to make the journey, remember, he has to make that choice. He has to make that choice, and then you can support him in that choice, but you can't lock the doors and stuff like that. He has to make that choice. But all addiction is based in the illusion that you are somehow less than you are. All addiction, alcoholism, drug addiction, pharmaceutical addiction, sex addictions, all of these come from the belief that you are somehow less than what you are. And you're trying to gain evidence from the world that you're more than you think you are through sensation. But if you got a glimpse of who you are, even for a moment, you'd never turn back. You got a glimpse of how incredible and amazing that you are as a spiritual entity, as a manifestation of infinite love. Anybody who gets a glimpse of that doesn't go back. That's why you hear about people having spiritual experiences and they completely change their lives. When you touch your own heart as love, as what you are, you can let go of a lot of addictions really quickly and easily. I know, because I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. Someone saying, I feel very stuck now in life. I just have COVID 2 times. Okay. Stop what you're eating. Change what you're eating. Go out and indulge in the beautiful photons of the sun. Go out and indulge in the photons of the sun. And change what you're eating. Change what you're thinking. And that will change what your body is feeling and the energies that you're utilizing. You must understand these lower vibrational emotions that so many of you stay attached to are what maintain your suffering. And it is your attention on those lower vibrational emotions that keep you stuck there, because your body and your mind must go where you look. Your body and your mind must go where you look. And if you look towards your suffering, then your mind and body will take you to your suffering. Thank you so much. Oh, hello, Loretta. Good to see you. Hello from beautiful Australia. Yeah, let me know where you guys are from. If you're from, let me know what countries you're from, where you're from. I'd be interested to know. Someone's saying I need guidance for my relationship. Thank you. The most important piece of guidance, I'm speaking personally from my own experience now. The most important thing is learning to listen to each other. Men have a very difficult time. I'm speaking from many years of personal experience. Men have the hardest time learning to listen to women, not because we don't want to hear you, but because we've never been taught how to listen to an emotional person. Women are very highly charged emotional beings. Men are highly charged mental beings, and we're designed to complement each other. The most important thing is learning how to really understand that he has to learn how to listen to you. It will heal very quickly. I'm being told to tell you that. It will heal very quickly if he learns to realize that your feelings aren't a threat to him. A man is physically stronger than a woman in most cases. And when a woman's upset and frustrated, her emotions and upset are not going to hurt you. If you're a man listening to this right now and your woman's emotional and upset towards you, it's not because she hates you, it's because she values the relationship, and she's probably doing everything she can in her power to try and build it up. And her emotion, whether she's angry or disappointed, the emotion's not going to hurt you, but you need to learn to listen. You need to learn to listen to that woman that's, or your man, whatever way your relationship you're in, you must learn to listen and really feel and take in what they're saying and really become empathic. That takes a bit of practice, but anybody can learn to do it. Again, there's beings on the planet that teach wonderful courses in relationship. This is an Ascension program. This is an Ascension program where you go on the journey of liberating yourself, your mind and your body, from lower vibrational thoughts, memories, and emotions. And that in itself will change your relationships. When you raise the vibration of your own mind, what you say and what you do will be very, very different than what you've been programmed to think or say or do. You're not your programs. How are we doing here? Okay, good. All right. My guides told me to stop in here as I was scrolling. Well, welcome. Glad to have you here. Hello, Lisa. My husband's keeping secrets. I feel betrayed. You know, men are silly creatures sometimes. Honesty is the most powerful gift a man can cultivate in his character, because that level of honesty is powerful. But you need to talk to him. You need to talk to him and share your concerns with him. If he's defensive and afraid, it's because he doesn't know what to do. You guys are at an impasse in your relationship, and he doesn't know what to do. Men tend to want to do things right to try and please a woman. We like to do things to please our women, and that doing thing becomes a substitution for communication. It doesn't matter. In real love, it's not about the money, although it's really helpful. It's not about the stuff that you have. It's about the communication, the foundation, where you can look at each other in the eyes and be fearless in hearing each other and listening to each other and learning to love each other and respect each other's values. Because each of you didn't come together by accident. You came together as a function of creation. And each relationship you find yourself in affords you the opportunity to elevate yourself to a higher expression of yourself and that other person as well. Thank you so much for that. Yes, we are. So someone's saying my whole family has passed. My mom in 2017, my dad in 2021, and my brother in 2022. So much loss. Are there messages for me? They are around you right now. And listen, as you hear these words, you know they're true. They're around you. Their energy is around you, because their journey is their journey, but they are here to support you on yours. That great loss that you feel is the depth and intensity of the love that you have yet to realize in this material world. The opposite is true. You have not lost. You now have the opportunity to gain a whole wealth of new relationships in your life. They will guide you in that fashion. Yes. I don't know why I'm being shown pictures of teddy bears, and I'm being there's a tree. I'm being shown a tree by a road. It's a big, tall tree. I can't make out what kind of tree it is, but I'm being shown this tree. It's kind of raised up. You can almost sit on the roots and lean against it. This is a place where you can commune with them more consciously, where you can feel their presence. When people leave the physical dimension, they do not cease to exist. Your body is an instrument that you use while in the physical dimension. You are here for a purpose different than theirs. And if you understand the function of love, and you can like you can learn to feel their presence, like go to that tree. I don't know where it is, but go to that tree and sit down. Well, they're saying you can feel them right now if you just take a breath and relax. Yes. You felt them many times. They're saying you have felt them many times, but you keep going to the default thinking they're gone. So they come into your energy and you feel their presence and suddenly go, oh, they're gone. No. At that moment where you're suddenly having a random thought about them, that's when they're trying to connect to you. And if you pause and feel their energy and their presence, Like right now, can you not feel their love for you right now? They each are on their own different journeys now, but they're here with you energetically to assist you on yours because you've asked for that, right? And you need to remember what your love is. What is your expression of love in this world? That's what you need to realize. That's what you need to actualize, and that's what they're going to hang around and help you to facilitate. Remember your function of love. That's what all of us need to do, is remember our function of love. What is love as an act? What is love as a word? What is love as an action through your body? And if you begin to consider that before you do anything or say anything, what acts, what words, what thoughts are of love, and you begin to sort out the wheat from the chaff, you'll start to throw away all the negative thoughts and fear and stuff that doesn't serve you, and you begin to cultivate new thoughts, new energy, new feelings, and a new life. Love as an energy creates experiences very differently than fear does as an energy. But no, nobody is lost. They're simply not in a physical medium of expression. And please share with us what you're feeling with their energy around you right now. Please do that. Share that in the comment section. Because other people need to know. Other people need to know what you experience when they give you information or guidance here, and you get a change, you experience something inside yourself. It's important you share that change so others understand that it's not just us talking to you, that there are others that can experience these other realms of consciousness as well, right? Thank you so much. Yes. Yes, Ashley, he is. Hi, Sonia. Never be afraid to ask your husband a question. Never be afraid to ask your wife a question. Every question is a chance for the relationship to grow. Every moment of communication between yourself and your loved ones is a communication that can lead you closer to love or further from love. Anything from my grandma. She's saying knit one, purl two. I don't know why, but that's what she's giving me right away. Put it all together, sew it all, to bring it all together. Yeah. Let's see over here. Scrolling down here through. Hi, I see. I was born and suffered ever since, but I'm holding to God. I'm just scrolling up here to see where that chain of communication. SC. Okay. So SE on YouTube is saying, I feel alone. It is the loneliness that brought me here. I don't know why. Well, that's because you are not alone in truth. The feeling of loneliness, okay, is what you need to change. It's not the feeling of loneliness is not who you are. The feeling of loneliness is an emotional creation that's been fabricated by your environmental experience, by those who choose not to understand you. But if you turn inside to that place of loneliness, like do this right now, SC, turn inside to those feelings of loneliness and let yourself communicate to that loneliness these thoughts. I am with you. Communicate that to your loneliness. I am with you. I love you. Even if I do not understand you, communicate those thoughts to the feeling of loneliness inside you and observe how that feeling alters or changes when you give it that thought form. That thought form is a particular quality of energy. And that particular quality of energy constructed by the thoughts induces a change in the energy that is stored in your body. Again, I encourage you guys, for those of you, I'll repeat this again, our 102 Masterclass called Liberation begins tomorrow, the orientation. It is a 20-day course taught by the Ascended Masters and our crew of 4 other mediums that work with us in working with the students to elevate your consciousness from fear to love, to improve what you eat, what you think, and how to change emotional energy from one state to another. You did not come to this world to suffer. And those of you that know this is true can feel the truth of those words. It is not natural for you to be suffering. It's not your natural state. Your natural state is love and grace. But the world has conditioned you. Again, there are dark energies on this planet that train people to be afraid, train people to be angry, train people to be violent. So it's not your true nature. You look at a newborn baby, there's no violence, there's no anger, there's no greed there. There's no fear there. It's programmed into you by your environment. You got to deprogram your mind, deprogram your mind, change your mind, right? Otherwise, we're going to see more of these things happening. Oh, so somebody's saying on Joanne is now saying, when I was a kid, we watched Tiny singing. Tiptoe Through the Tulips. My mom was an avid gardener. That's wonderful. Wonderful to hear that. Yeah, they communicate. Remember, as being a spiritual medium, everybody has the capacity to be a medium for information, for good information or bad information. You were born not just with 5 physical senses, you were also born with 4 clairs: clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, claircognizance, which means clear seeing, which Jesus refers to as seeing without eyes; clairaudience, which is clear hearing or hearing without ears, right? Clear feeling, which is clairsentience; and claircognizance, which is clear knowing. We're born with those faculties. But the existing educational system does not train those faculties. It trains you to get attached and addicted to your external senses. So that internal part of yourself, you're cut off from that part that lets you communicate with the masters, that lets you commune with God, that lets you communicate with the Great Spirit and animals and all kinds of entities that you can learn from and grow from. So really important that you learn how to wake up, wake up and be free. Joey, your parents are telling me, they say, we can't believe she's so hard of hearing. And I asked them what they meant, and they said, you get messages from them all the time, but you dismiss them. They've had things happen around you. You've heard people speak around you that are things your mom and dad would say and do. And you found yourself going, that's my mom or dad saying and do this. And they've been trying so many different ways to communicate with you. You just need to learn to listen. Listen and feel the guidance that they're offering you. They love you very, very much, right? Cool. That's so cool. Okay, so let's say here, someone's saying, what is coming in my future? I feel so stuck where I am. The only reason you're stuck is because you do not know how to change your energy. You know, you need to learn how to be in the present moment. In the present moment, the kingdom of God exists. Even the master says it himself repeatedly. The kingdom of God is here and now. It's not in the future. It's not yesterday. It's here and now. But most of your mind is about the future or about the past, and you're vacillating from one to the other. And so you never get a chance to be in the moment, to be present in the moment. But you can teach yourself, you can train your mind, and you can train your body to be in the present moment. In fact, that is the whole first week of the 102 Masterclass is about learning to be in the present moment. And you're guided in how to learn to meditate, how to train your mind and body to be in the present moment. It's not an arduous, difficult process. You don't have to spend 20 years in an ashram or in a mountain cave trying to be in the present moment. You can get there in a reasonable period of time so that you can at least get your bearings and remember who you are again. And then you can start creating the life you desire. But again, the website is williammichaelforbes.com or torontomedium.com, and you can register for the 102 Masterclass today. Again, the orientation is tomorrow at 11 a.m. So you still have a good 24 hours, or just under 24 hours now, to register. Just don't waste your time. You did not come here to suffer. You came here to be free. Yeah. I'm just scrolling down here. Someone's saying, apologies, women. I don't mean to run your chat up. I just felt drawn to share with you. It's okay. Hey, Rainbow Warrior, we are here to extend love, to create with love. I don't mind you doing that. I'm very grateful that you're taking the time for that soul who's calling for love. And then there's only two functions of all human behavior. Every human behavior can be categorized under two functions. It's either a call for love or an extension of love. Every human function is either a call for love or an extension of love. Greed is a call for love, because people that are greedy don't believe there's enough. They don't believe there's enough. That's why they're greedy, because they don't think there's going to be enough. Yet God provides everything on the planet. We just don't know how to utilize it properly. Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Liat Stillman, Healing Arts, is William. Hello, William. Happy Friday. I would love a message today. Thank you so much for that request. I in the heart, I'm being told to tell you, in the flame of your heart, in the flame of your heart. And this is not like a candle flame. This is like a white light that's centered in your heart. But he's telling me to tell you, in the flame of your heart, rest in its center. That is the center of the flame. Rest in its center and know the peace that you have been walking around. Yes, so you've been not quite getting connected to that place of peace, but go into that, into the flame of the heart. Rest in the center and know the peace. Wow. Yeah. They're saying that you know exactly what they mean by that. And you know exactly what they mean by that. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Like that. A question from Missy. Hello. What would Spirit like to tell me right now? Dance, little baby, dance. Like, you need to dance. You need to get up. You need to like dance around. There's a particular type of dance that, yes, you need to dance. Dance, little baby, dance. I don't know what they're going to say sometimes. I just let it flow through, right? Now, mediumship is not something that everybody's born with the potential, but it must be developed. And there's imperfections along the way, just like a little child learning to walk or talk or hold a fork or tie a shoe or learning to read. In the process of learning mediumship, there's a process of learning, trial and error that you go through, that everyone who goes on this path must learn to go through. You must not be afraid of making errors. You just learn from them, right? And the information gets more and more accurate as you gain more and more experience with what you're tuning into and perceiving. Because most people in the beginning, their minds get in the way. They try to analyze. They're afraid of being right. They're afraid of being wrong. And it really interferes with the process of developing that skill set. But everybody can be a medium if they are willing to take the time to do that. Oh, you're very welcome. Hang on. Somebody's asking, what is the root cause? Maria wants to know what the root cause of her ailments are. Okay. It happened. You've got a lifetime, of course, where you've had some stuff happen. You've carried over some wounds, the memory of wounds from another lifetime. It's literally like on a battlefield. But in this lifetime, that was, again, the childhood events that have remained in you, the childhood events that have remained in you as they are, yield themselves to these discomforts. She must liberate herself. She must liberate herself through the love of the pain. So go into the parts of your body that are uncomfortable right now. Like go into the parts of your body that are uncomfortable right now and just be present with them. Like bring your awareness right to that place and just think or speak into that part of the body. I am willing to love you, even if I don't understand you. Just think or speak those words into that part of the body. I am willing to love you, even if I don't understand you. Because you're being truthful when you say, I don't understand you. You don't understand why you're in pain right now. But if you say, I'm willing to love you, even if I don't understand you, not only are you extending love, but you're also extending truth. Love and truth combined are very powerful healers. Please share again what your experience is when you do that. Feel how the body or that points of pain in the body change when you interact with the points of pain that way. Please share your experience on the comment section. It will be very beneficial and helpful for other people, no matter what it is. I think I got time for 2 more questions today, guys. You're very welcome. Takes one to know one. Somebody says I'm amazing. It takes one to know one. What you see is an aspect of what you are. You don't need to adulate anybody, because when you look at somebody and go, wow, they're amazing, that's because inside you is the potential to be that, right? So it takes one to know one. One of my favorite sayings, it takes one to know one, right? So even in negative judgment, somebody says, oh, that person's so mean. Takes one to know one, right? Um, yes, Ashley, he's okay. I don't know why he says you're stubborn. Uh, Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. So somebody's saying was told about getting out. You need more sun. You need to get out in the sun. Yeah, I'm so glad you're going to do that and change what you're eating. You want to eat foods that are high in vibration. And for some people, it might not be fresh fruits and vegetables. For some people, your body type, the body that you have, may be more carnivorous. It may be more vegetarian. It may be more vegan, right? Just like in nature, human bodies are animal bodies that we use while we're in this physical dimension to learn to create. Okay, this body is an animal body. It needs to eat, sleep, and procreate. That's its primary functions, just like any other animal on the planet. Animals on the planet come under multiple categories, different species, of course, but they all are either omnivores, carnivores, herbivores, those three primary categories. So it stands to reason that you might be in a body that's an omnivore. You might be in a body that's a carnivore. You might be in a body that's a herbivore. You need to figure that one out. And one of the simple ways to figure that out is when you put foods in front of you, notice how your body feels about them. Your body will tell you, if you learn to listen to it, what you need to eat more of. Me, I love one of my favorite foods is tangerines. I love eating tangerines. They're really, really good. But you want to, for me, it's more living food than anything else. Somebody's saying to write down the 401 for me. Well, that's nice. Yeah, we're in Toronto. Should I be worried about my health? Well, you should be worried about your health if you're not eating properly, you're not exercising properly, you're not getting enough sunshine, you're not drinking proper water. Then yes, you should be very concerned about your health. In which case, you can be concerned in a useful way by eating properly, exercising properly, eating high vibrational foods. You need to learn and realize your body is a servant. It's an instrument. It's not who you are. And your body requires fundamental things in order for it to function optimally. And if it's not getting the proper things, if you're not giving your body the right food, your body's going to suffer. And it will tell you when you can start getting aches and pains and, oh, I'm getting sore, I'm getting overweight. Your body will tell you. I've watched people walking down the street and they're extremely overweight and they're like, and they're struggling. And their bodies, their body is trying to tell them, this isn't fun. I don't like this. Your body will never lie to you. So learn to listen to it. And I know for some people, we do things because it gives us a feeling of comfort. But why are you making your body suffer because you're not willing to take responsibility for your own emotions or your own thinking? Because your thinking and your emotions affect your body. And most of your thinking isn't even yours. Remember that. Most of the thoughts in your mind aren't even yours. Like what 2 + 2? Somebody gave you that. The name you have, somebody gave you that. Most of the thinking that goes on in your mind is not even yours. So learn to wake up and begin to change the thinking mind that was given to you by this world. Start to create your own mind so you can build your own personality. You can be the you that you choose to be as a function of your will. And some of the things you eat and some of the things you drink are things that you've been programmed to eat and drink. You've been programmed to eat and drink and do many of the things you're doing. You're not even aware of it. So become aware that most of what you're thinking, saying, and doing, you did not even choose. It was programmed in your mind by mom or dad or the commercials or TV or your friends. So you have to take authority over your mind or it's going to continue to run you. They keep telling me this, that humans are very slow sometimes in remembering who they are. Some of us take many lifetimes to get through this. So Krista is asking, will things work out when SF move in with me? I have an adult daughter. I get a strong yes, but again, yes, your daughter, yes, She needs to be understood. You must not have fear in this regard. If you choose to go forward with fear, you will perpetuate the birth of it. If you choose to go forward with love and joy, you will give birth to that as well. So what would you go forth with? Why would you choose to go forward with fear? Do not do that. Go forward with love. And encourage your daughter and your beautiful soulmate to do the same, to go forward with love. I love this. I love too that there's only two functions of all human behavior, love or fear. Every human behavior, every human thought, every human word can only be from love or fear. And we have free will and free choice to choose what thoughts, what emotions, what actions are going to be used by us to create our lives with. And if you choose to create your life through love, it will be significantly more different. If you choose to create your life through fear, then it will be a different experience altogether. But you are not designed by nature to suffer. You're designed by nature to create. When people, someone's asking, AJ's asking, when people say, I don't know my purpose, I feel that's because we only think we have. Okay, the reason most people don't know what their purpose is because you've been programmed to believe certain ideas that are not compatible with who you are. Really simple. You've been programmed by your environment to believe things that are not in alignment with who you are as a spiritual entity. What was just said a few moments ago about most of your thinking isn't even yours. Most of your beliefs aren't even yours. They've been given to you. And until you start to question them and decide what beliefs, what ideas will make my life better, and what beliefs and ideas, what will these beliefs and ideas make me think, say, or do? When you start that process, you start asserting authority, your dominion over your mind and body, you'll come back to your purpose. Because you know in your heart, your purpose is there. But you have to get your head out of the way. You have to get your mind quiet and still. But I'll tell you, everybody's true function in your heart, your true function is love. Anything unlike that has just been programmed into the mind, conditioned, or you brought it over from another lifetime, right? Because you can bring memories and emotions from other lifetimes that influence what you do in this lifetime. But all of them can be altered and changed by your conscious and deliberate use of will. You're not here to suffer. You're here to create. Someone's saying, I just wanted to thank you. My mom and brother confirmed Johnny Cash was my dad's favorite song. That's wonderful. I know, isn't it amazing? Please understand, this concept, the words death and dying need to be removed from the human language. They both need to be replaced with transitioning from one state of consciousness to another. And as you come to that understanding, every soul on this journey, every one of you has your own unique journey, your own unique process of learning creation. And it's not the same as anybody else's. You can't live somebody else's life. But you've been programmed by the world to believe you have another life. And that's why so many people are conflicted and separated from their purpose. Because you've been given programming that doesn't let you see and know the truth of who you are. You know, the ascended masters, our guides, our angels are here in great numbers, not just speaking through me, but through many others on this planet to bring forth the truth so that you can remember who you are, that you can begin to pick up your function, which is, if you want to call it your cross, pick up your cross and carry it forward. Your purpose is your cross. And it's not something that's hard to bear. It's a joy. When you find your purpose, there's great love. There's great love. There's great excitement and great benefit to all those around you. So, yeah, the only reason people are disconnected from their purpose is their programming keeps them separate from it. Someone's saying, I keep seeing flocks of birds in flight and immediately feel it is my dad's spirit. Congratulations. Yes, he wants you to see it. You know, and when you start recognizing they cannot communicate to you in physical words. When they leave the physical body, they cannot communicate to you in physical words, but they can communicate to you from energy, from thought forms. They can energetically interact with different elements of consciousness that can respond to you very differently. I've seen some wonderful things with people where their energies of that person turns into an angel as they're throwing their ashes into the air. It suddenly becomes an angel and dissipates into the air as an angel. It's the most beautiful thing. That you are either physical conscious or not. Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations. It's okay if they don't speak to you. It's just because you haven't learned to hear. He'll come back to you again. He's just watching over you right now. Don't let your fear stop you. That's the big thing he wants you to know. He does not want to. Yes. He wants you to be free, but he also wants you to know that he'll stay present. You know his presence there. He wants you to know that his presence there, just as an encouragement to know that you must continue your journey. And that's what dads are like, right? They want to make certain their children live their best lives. And yeah, that's all he's doing is watching over you, sweetheart. That's all he's doing. Going to scroll down here. Oh, Benjamin's asking, thank you for the super chat, Benjamin. I lost a very good friend Saturday, and it's been difficult. Could you connect for me? Whoa. Thank you, Benjamin. Yeah, there's a lot of very slow down. Just slow down. You have to understand he's not lost. Benjamin, do this right now. Like, sit down. Sit yourself down. I know your heart's racing a little bit right now, but just sit down. Put your hand over your heart. Take a slow, deep breath and relax. Just take a slow, deep breath and let your body relax. Yeah. And just ask for them to come closer to you. Just ask them to energetically come closer to you. I'm being told they'll approach from the right side of your body. And just let yourself, if your mind gets in the way, just breathe, get your mind to relax, get your mind out of the way, relax your body. Just feel the way their energy interacts with you. Notice the ideas or thoughts or images that come to your mind as they come closer to you, because they'll communicate to you on the level of image or thought. In the case of this woman just a few moments ago, her father's communicating with her as just an image. He's just watching over her. He's not trying to direct her because he knows that she can self-direct. But your friend, yeah, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. I'm good. I'm really good. It's all good. Yeah, it is. It didn't have to happen that way. It didn't have to happen that way. I'm being told to tell you that. Yes. Oops. Oops. I get that a lot from people. Oops. Sometimes they say oops. But he's okay. Feel him. And Benjamin, share what you experienced from the right. Please share what you experienced. Oh, you're welcome, Moran. Oh, hi, Jenny. Good to see you, darling. SC, listen to me. Let that go. Align yourself to love. Stop perpetuating the poor me energy. If you are centered in love, then you will have no expectation, because you won't need to have expectations. The vibration of love will organize your experiences and your relationships very differently than the vibration of fear or expectation. The vibration of love will organize your life very differently than the vibration of expectation. And you need to sit and get into the vibration of love, the vibration of what is love as a vibration for you. Feel it as what you are, not something you get outside, because that's what most people are trained. I got to find love in the world. I'm going to go find my love in the world. No, you are love. And you realize that love that you are, you begin to connect to the essence of that energy within yourself. Get your mind out of the way, get the personality out of the way, and connect to the vibration of what you are. And you will watch the wonderful magic and the miracles of love, as equally as people experience the madness and insanity of fear and what it creates. Equally, you can experience the wonders and the miracles of love, because each energy creates very different. The vibration of love and the vibration of fear create things very differently than the other. Anyway, so thank you so much for that. But SC, do that. Do that right now. Oh, you're welcome, Benjamin. Really appreciate it. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I really like that support being offered there. Yes. By the way, somebody's mentioned SC's talking about PTSD. Okay. Post-traumatic stress disorder. I've experienced severe stress throughout my childhood. I went through intense sexual, physical, and emotional abuse at the hands of a step-parent, and it lasted for 7 years. I have a very intimate experience with PTSD. And it carries on only because we hold on to the anger, the pain, the memories, and the emotions that that experience or experiences had for you. If you learn how to release old emotions from your body and you learn that efficiently and effectively, then the memories that you of the experience will not affect you adversely anymore because you hold emotion in your body. That's why it's the body's all traumatized, because the memory is stuck in the body as an emotion. When you can release the old emotions from the body, then the function of that subsequent continued suffering will stop if you can learn to release those old emotions from your body. And that's all about week 2 in our 102 Masterclass, how to release old, past, dense emotions from your physical body. I'm going to remind you one more time before we sign off today. You've still got like about 24 hours to register for the Masterclass. If you register later on the weekend, you'll miss the orientation tomorrow. But again, if you want to learn to meditate, to shift your mind, to get authority over your emotions again, this program is for you. Oh yeah, and you can go to williammichaelforbes.com if you want to experience that. If you want to register, williammichaelforbes.com. My goodness, lots of communication going on. Okay, there we go. One last question from TikTok, guys, because you're all amazing. I really appreciate you. Oh, so glad you experienced a good time today. Yes, I love that. May we all experience love. Uh, yes, yes, yes. Look at all the beautiful love here. By the way, occasionally we get people come here who are angry and they talk about demons. Don't attack them. People are attacking and threatening, are in pain. And the only response to that is love. You know, anybody's coming at us with anger or fear, they're in pain. That person who did that shooting in Texas, that person was lost in their pain and in their rage and had nothing to give them a different direction to go in. And so what's on TV today, most of the whole gaming world is all about death and fighting and anger and violence and aggression. What else could you expect from that? So don't be so angry at those who are doing horrible things. You know, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And they don't, because they've been programmed into that by society, by the system of thought that's been on this planet today. I want to wish all of you so much love, and know that you are never alone. Your guides and angels are always with you. If you learn to ask and receive, you learn to be open and receptive to their guidance, they will respond to you. I want to say again, have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. And everybody, thank you for your support. Thank you for showing up. Share this wisdom, share this knowledge, share this video with others. Again, for those of you on TikTok, you can go to my YouTube channel if you want to watch. I've got, I think there's almost 700 channelings on my YouTube channel. You can go watch them there. And remember to like and subscribe and share this information with other people. Humanity is in a process of great transformation and change right now. And we're going to swing either towards love or fear. And each will reap its own reward. The rewards of love are very different than the rewards of fear. And to that end, I serve. Much love, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful and a joyful day. And I will see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the meditation portion of our program, which will then be followed for those of you that are already registered for the 102 Masterclass by the orientation of our 102 Masterclass Liberation. Have yourselves a great day. Bye for now, everybody.